Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Ron back with another episode of Small Talk. And today, we got to talk about the New York Midgets. I'm sorry. The New York Concussioneers. It's like, let me stop. But we are here to talk about the New York Giants today. Got a special guest should be joining us shortly. But how's y'all day going? How's the day going? Hope everybody's doing well. And as you know, around here we are Commanders fans. But we gotta cover the NFCs. Next week's episode is about your Washington Commanders. I'm excited to dive deep into that, but let's get started. So today, I have 5 things I want to discuss. So number 1, what is the biggest weakness on the Giants roster and what they can do to improve that weakness? The second one is, what is their biggest strength on offense/defense? Number 3, will they improve their record from last year and will they play better from last year? Number 4 is, are they led better under John Harbaugh than they were with Brian Daboll? Number 5, can Jackson Dart be the franchise quarterback if he can stay healthy? And number 6, what rookies will make the biggest impact for the Giants in 2026? We're going to talk about that both offensively and defensively. So let's get right into it. So to me, the Giants' biggest weakness that they can improve on is their defense. Yes, they went out and got a lot of young talent on defense, especially with Arvo Reese. You have Abdul Carter. You have Aziz Ash. You have the cousin of somebody, I believe. You got a young secondary, but they have been struggling here and there. They did have the best defense. Well, one of the best defenses in the NFC East, even though they weren't very good. They were 28th in the league. That tells you how bad the defenses were in the NFC East. But if you're ranked 28th and you're the second best defense in the NFC East, there's a problem. All right. But no, they have Reese, Abdul Carter, young pieces on defense. Don't know who their middle linebacker is, but they do have a bunch of young talent on defense this year. So I believe they can win some games if they stay healthy this year. So what can they do to improve that side of the football? Well, I believe it's better play calling. You need pressure on the quarterback. You have to be able to cover on the back end. The corners have to play better than last year. You're going to have to instill in these guys a mindset of taking the ball away. You're going to have to get these guys to produce pressure on the quarterback. You're going to have to force mistakes from quarterbacks. You're going to have to. And the young players have to step up. This defense was not very good last year. Yes. Their pass defense, and this is actually what I'm going to go into. Their biggest strength was their pass defense, as they were ranked 13th. But that's still middle of the pack, I'd say. They weren't great, but they weren't bad in pass defense. So their corners are pretty decent. They just need to get pressure on the quarterback to force mistakes. So, and I believe their defense is going to be just like almost similar to ours. get pressure on the quarterback and produce turnovers. That's what their defense is going to be predicated on. Not necessarily coverage on the back end, but you're going to have to produce pressure on that quarterback in order for you to be the good defensive team in 2026. So the second thing, what is their biggest strength on offense and defense? So like I mentioned, their pass defense was the strength. Their biggest their biggest strength on offense was their rushing game, as they were ranked fifth in the NFL because they were actually very solid at running the ball. You have Tyrone Tracy, who's actually had a good 2 seasons. You have Cam Scatterable now, who's your power back. Jackson Dart is very efficient running the football. So I believe if you keep that up, your run offense is still going to be good. But I'm still concerned about their offensive line because they aren't that great. Andrew Thomas is good when he plays, but he hasn't been able to stay healthy. And their O-line does struggle a lot. That's my only thing. Can they get the run blocking to have Tyrone Tracy be that 1,000-yard back that he can be? And can Cam Scatterable stay healthy as well? Because we know from last season, we've seen him be a good running back last season when he was in. Like, they are very solid when they are in the game. So their running game was one of their biggest strengths on offense. Now, I'm going to add to number one too. So their passing offense, it could be better. Jackson Dart still has room to improve. But like I said, Jackson Dart needs to be able to stay healthy this season. Can he sustain being on the field for long periods of time and not suffer concussions like he did last year? Because when he ran the ball at times last year, he was concussed. Not sure why he wasn't sliding, because he's trying to be a tough guy getting yards. It's like, dude, you have to protect yourself. You can't continue to run into guys because you're going to get hurt a lot in this league if you do that. You can't continue to run mindlessly and take hits like that. We've seen it with a lot of these quarterbacks. They tried to get extra yards and they kept getting hit. They had short careers. Like RG3, he kept getting hit because he had a short career. He refused to slide. And like other quarterbacks, they kept getting hit because they refused to slide. They kept wanting to get extra yards. Jackson Dart has to be able to learn how to slide. Can't keep taking these hits or his career is not going to last very long. So that's my only thing. So number three, will they improve from last year? My answer is yes. I believe that John Harbaugh is a good leader of men, but he was fired from Baltimore for a reason. We just was not getting it done, especially with the talent you have in Lamar Jackson. They were struggling on offense and defense. You cannot have that happen again. Yes, John Harbaugh was great for many years. He was a good head coach for the Ravens for plenty of years. But in the recent seasons, you've seen him struggle being able to have a consistently good team around him. He came from special teams just like his brother. John Harbaugh started as a special teams coach and he was hired by the Ravens. Yes, he's won a Super Bowl. Yes, he's made runs in the playoffs. But my thing is, he hasn't been a necessarily great head coach in his career. He is very good, and I agree John Harbaugh is a great leader of men, just like Dan Quinn. Great leader of men. You have a lot of guys in the league that are great leaders of men, not necessarily great head coaches. You have head coaches that like to manage the game. And I think that's what John Harbaugh is. Because you're going to have your coordinators there calling the plays for you. They're the ones that are going to make the decisions on offense and defense. However, your head coach needs to be able to manage the game well in order for you to win the game. You have to have a good leader of men. The head coach. Now, granted, there are a few cases where your head coach is a great defensive coordinator, and maybe he can call the plays. And yes, you have good another head coach that is good at calling offensive plays. So he will be your offensive coordinator. But you also have guys that are not so good at calling plays, but they are great leaders of men and good head coaches. They are good managers. They are not good play callers, or they are not good at necessarily getting the team motivated. Although yes, you have to motivate them at some level, but they aren't the great motivators that they need to be. So, and let's see, my fifth point is, can Jackson Dart be their franchise quarterback when healthy? Like I know you guys heard it earlier. If Jackson Dart can stay healthy, I've seen the flashes from Jackson Dart last year. If Jackson Dart can stay healthy, I think he can be a really decent quarterback. Like, if he can be on the field. Like, we've seen flashes from him last year. He had a decent rookie season. But again, it depends on his health and how he improves as a passer. And he has to be able to slide when he runs. A lot of times last year, like I mentioned, he's running the ball, trying to fight for yards. That's what gets you injured. You cannot continue to fight for yards because you're going to inevitably be hit. That's inevitable. But Jackson Dart, I can see the potential. He has a higher floor than he has a higher ceiling. His ceiling isn't very high, but his floor is. Depending on his health, once again, he has to be able to be on the field, and he has to improve as a passer and as a runner. Are you running to gain yards, or are you running to get the first down and then get out of bounds? Because I'm thinking, if I'm a quarterback, right, I'm scanning the field, no one's open. Okay, there's a lane here. I'm going to take that lane. I'm going to get my first down, and I'm going to slide. I'm not going to risk my health just to get extra yardage, because there's a defender there waiting for me, because I'm going to get hurt. I'm going to get hit. So I'm going to take my first down and slide. I'm going to take my first down, get out of bounds. It's all about the player's health at the end of the day. If you are not healthy, you can't be available. Availability is the best thing that a quarterback can have. Just like other teams, when their best player is down, mostly their quarterback, they're not going to win many games because of this. We saw it with Patrick Mahomes at some point. We've seen it with every quarterback at some point. But if you have a really good backup, then I can see, okay, he can come in and step in and play for a little bit. Okay, maybe 2 games. But you don't want to rely on that guy for 17 games. Because if your quarterback ends up having a season-ending injury, then I can't rely on this guy to pull me through for 17 games. You need your franchise quarterback in to help you win games. Yes, the defense can hold it down, but I need my quarterback in to help me score points on offense so we can win this game. So that's the problem I have with Jackson Dart, is health. He hasn't been available. And my last question, what rookie will make the biggest impact for the Giants in 2026 on offense and defense? So my 2, I have on defense, Arvell Reese. So as you know, Arvell Reese came out of Ohio State. I think he will make that biggest impact on the defensive side of the football because I believe on that defense, he has the higher upside. And so does Abdul Carter. He and Abdul Carter had the most upside on that defense. And if they can get a really good duo going on on the defensive side of the football, they are going to be dangerous for years to come. Trust me, they have to gel. That defense has to be able to gel. And so and so Reese, he started off. He didn't play too much in college his first year, which was 2023. He started 8 games, but he did not record a singular stat at all in 2023. Now 2024 got a little guy. He is steadily improved. So from going to no sacks, no tackles. In 2024, he had 43 tackles, half a sack from no sacks the year before. And in 2025, which was the year he actually had a pretty good season in college, he played 14 games, had 34 tackles, so less tackles, but he had 6.5 sacks. So in his college career overall, Arvell Reese played 38 games, had 112 total tackles, and he had 7 sacks. So you could see the steady improvement in Arvell Reese's game. So because Arvell Reese at one point had no stats, no sacks, nothing. Then again, steadily improved year after year after year. And you can see the trajectory that he is on. If Arvell Reese can maintain his trajectory in the NFL, I believe he has the potential to be a generational talent on that defensive line for the Giants. Again, we've seen Arvell Reese take over some games at some point in college. We know Abdul Carter out of Penn State can take over some games in college. And if Arvell Reese gets it in the NFL, he and Abdul Carter are going to be a dangerous duo. I can see that because you already have a decent secondary, as they were ranked 13th in pass defense. Your run stopping wasn't very good, so I believe that's why you also draft a Arvell Reese and get a Abdul Carter to kind of help you in that department. So their run defense, I had it here earlier. Let me see, Giants run defense. I don't think it was good last year. Defense. Let's see. What was their run defense ranking? So they were ranked 20. Cannot see the rank. Oh, wow. So the Giants had a historically bad run defense. So let's see the ranking. 2025 ranking. So they ranked 31st in rushing defense. So yeah, they had a historically bad rush defense. You cannot be ranked 31st in run defense and win games, because a lot of teams are going to go under center, and if they're going to exploit that weakness. If you're not good at stopping a run, they're going to exploit that weakness and continue running the football. If you're not good at passing defense, they're going to exploit that weakness and pass the football. Like you cannot struggle in either department, or you're not going to win any football game. If you're struggling running the ball or stopping the run, you have to get guys that are space eaters. Because again, why were the Buccaneers ranked first in run defense every year? It's because they had Vita Vea. Vita Vea is one of the best run stoppers in the league this year. In the entire NFL. You have space eaters that are good run stoppers. Why do you think Dexter Lawrence was there for so many years? He was a run stopper, but he could also rush the passer when he was in New York, and they traded him to the Bengals. And I think the Bengals are gonna have a decent front with Dexter Lawrence now. And why do you think they why do you think Seattle was good at stopping the run? They have space eaters that can fill the gaps, and then you have people around the gaps to stop them from getting to the edge. Again, why the I can go on and on and on about how many teams that were good at stopping the run because they had space eaters and they had guys that were willing and coming to tackle. They were not letting teams run up the middle on them at all. So, again, I believe their run defense can be really good this year if they have the space eaters and they have guys that are willing to come up and tackle. So, and my offensive rookie that will make an impact was Malachi Fields. So Malachi Fields started at Notre Dame. He was mainly the X receiver on that team. He had 630 yards, 5 touchdowns, and he also has the highest upside to be a number 2 beside Malik Neighbors. We already know Malik Neighbors is absolutely 100% one of the best young receivers in the league. But that injury he had last year was devastating. And you can see it. That injury. With that injury, I don't know if he'll be the same receiver, but we have to see how he does coming off that injury. Because when he went down, it looked really bad. That knee looked really bad and took him a while to heal. So, we know the type of player Malik Neighbors can be. We've seen him make one-handed catches, run after the catch, break people's ankles. He's a very good route runner. Jaden can attest to that. They played together at LSU and they're best friends. And he is definitely one of the more talented receivers in the league, alongside Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams, and all these upper echelon receivers in the NFL. You can see he has that potential. I say he is right now, Malik Neighbors right now is probably 6th or the 7th best receiver in the league. But if he can come back healthy and prove that he's the same receiver we saw in 2024, he's going to be a dangerous receiver to guard for years to come. And he's already hard to guard now. Imagine when he gets the experience in years under his belt. He is going to be a tough out every week. And let's go back to Malachi Fields. Sorry about that rant. So, Malachi Fields, actually, I'm sorry. I think he finished his career with the Virginia Tech Cavaliers. So, or was it the other way around? Either way, either he started at Virginia Tech or he finished at Notre Dame. But at Virginia Tech, he played four of his first 5 seasons. Okay, yes. So he started Virginia Tech, then he went to Notre Dame. Okay. So Malachi Fields, for his first 4 of his 5 seasons in the NFL, or in college, started with the Virginia Tech Cavaliers. And in the 2023 season, Malachi Fields had 58 catches for 811 yards. He had 5 scores. And 2024, he recorded 55 catches for 808 yards, had 5 touchdowns. And he had his best performance in that season versus Wake Forest, where he caught 11 passes and had 148 yards. So in his career total, Malachi Fields finished with 165 catches for 2,479 yards and 16 touchdowns. So, on paper, New York has gotten better. They've gotten a better head coach. They've improved a little bit on defense. They were already decent in a passing defensive game. However, my questions still remain. Can Jackson Dart stay healthy? Can Cam Scatterbull, who's a very good running back, stay healthy? Can these guys be healthy enough to propel the Giants to be a decent team? Because I believe they're going to be in a lot of these games this year. Let me check their schedule too. They're going to be in a lot of these games this year. They're going to be well coached. They're going to be competitive. So let's see the Giants' schedule really quickly. Giants schedule 2026. So, because I'm going to change a lot of my predictions that I had for them because of their coaching situation and how they improved. So let's see, Giants. So let's see, I gotta go to New York Giants. New York Giants schedule 2026. There it is. Giants schedule 2026 schedule. All right. So week 1 versus Dallas. I think they lose there. Why is that showing? I think they lose week 1 versus Dallas. Week 2, I think they lose versus the Rams. Titans, I can see them winning that game. Cardinals, I can see them beating the Cardinals. Commanders, they're going to lose. Saints, I can see them winning versus the Saints. Texans is going to be a tough game. I have them losing that. Week 8 bye versus Philly, I think they lose. Commanders, I think they lose. Jacksonville, I think they lose there. Colts, they could lose, but I can see them beating the Colts too, so I'll give them a win. 49ers, depends on the 49ers' health. I think they lose that game. Versus Seattle, they're losing versus Seattle. Versus the Browns, I think they win. Detroit, that's a loss. Dallas, I'm gonna give them a win at Dallas. Versus Philadelphia, oh, I think they lose that game. So, yeah. Even though I'm in the future, I might change some of my predictions, but I have them getting at least 6 to 7 wins this year, at least. But none of them were. Well, I'm sorry to take a shot at you Giants fans, but I don't think they're going to beat the Commanders this year. And that's and I'm not even being biased either. Well, that's because number one, they do struggle against Dan Quinn. Historically, they have not beaten Dan Quinn at all. They cannot seem to get over that hump of beating Dan Quinn. Every year they've gone up against Dan Quinn as a head coach, they have lost. Let's see. So let's see Giants record against Dan Quinn, because they haven't had a win, so I think they're probably 0-8 maybe 0-6. I don't know. Let's see Giants record versus Dan Quinn. So they are 6-2 versus Dan Quinn. So they've beaten him twice. Okay. So they have a few wins against Dan Quinn, but it's not very many. So Dan Quinn owns the Giants historically. Okay. So the Giants are 6-2 against Dan Quinn. Interesting. But me personally, I still don't see them beating us, even if we're struggling, even if the Commanders are struggling. But I could be wrong. We shall see. see if I can get my guest in here to get his opinions on this as well. Yeah, pretty much gave mine. Let me see if he's joining in a few minutes. Just message him, see what we got going on here. But yeah, I think the Giants will be pretty competitive and decent this year. Because I said again, they got a good head coach. He's a great leader of men. He's a great game manager. We've seen it for many years in Baltimore. So I believe they're don't sleep on the Giants this year. Trust me. Look, they might even surprise some people by beating some good teams. You know, and I think they're going to be probably in a fight for second or third this season in the NFC East. I really do. So, and if they can put it all together, and if that defense can be better than what it was last year, I believe they have a shot to get the NFC East, or at least come in second or third. Because I don't know if Dallas moves the needle for me. I don't know if Philadelphia's lost a lot of players, so I'm not sure. I have questions about their receiver position. Like, it's not very good with Hollywood Brown, and then you bring in some other guys. I'm like, I have questions about that. But overall, I think the Giants are going to be competitive this year. So I think that's my take on the Giants. Y'all got any questions for me? Let me know. See if my guest is coming up in a few minutes. So let's see if I have anything else I want to talk about here with these notes. I do not. Let's see. Actually, I'm going to go through John Harbaugh's years as a Baltimore Raven, so that way y'all can get a history of what he's done. John Harbaugh, Ravens. Let's see. The way y'all know what you're getting in a head coach in John Harbaugh. So let's see. Let me share my screen. Share screen. Okay, John Harbaugh. Let's do this. Let me fix my screen. So I'm gonna actually do this. And I'm gonna do this. Drag this here. And let's see. So John Harbaugh Ravens record. Ravens record. So let's see. Let's take a look at John Harbaugh's record with the Ravens. So John Harbaugh is 193 and 124 losses. And he has a record of 180 wins and 113 regular season losses. Postseason record of 13 and 11. So he has a 61.4 per win percentage. That's actually pretty good as a head coach. So John Harbaugh is a good head coach. But the last few years with the Ravens, they have been up and down. They've been getting bounced in the playoffs with Harbaugh, so I believe it was time for him to go there. It was his time to leave Baltimore. But so they're getting a good head coach in John Harbaugh. So boom. Welcome. Nothing much. So I gave pretty much all of my points on the Giants. So
give me just a second. I gotta problem with my speakers. I got to go into my settings and reactivate them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll ask you the same series of questions, and I'll have your opinion on them.
All right.
Good
Hopefully that
now.
took care. Hopefully that took care of it.
Okay, so
What
my
is going
first,
on?
nothing much, nothing
Oh, I'm
much, nothing
sorry,
much.
dude. I just walked
So,
in from work. I had no idea I was having problems.
yep. All right. So, I gave my points for the Giants. So I'll ask you the same series of questions,
Oh,
and I'll have your get your opinion on each one of them. So,
all right.
for my first, what is the biggest weakness on the roster for the Giants, and what can they do to improve that weakness?
Not Bluetooth. Not Bluetooth. What is going on here? This makes no sense. Okay, I'll try to work with what I got. I'm having a hard time hearing. I've apparently got to do something to my speakers, but let's work with what we got.
All right.
All right, so the Giants, let me see if I can turn up the volume a little bit at
Yeah.
least.
So, all right. So, first question. So, what do you think is their biggest weakness on their roster, and what can they do to improve that weakness?
Oh, the biggest, good question. Um, hey, let me jump out just a second and come back in because I'm having a really hard time hearing all your questions. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Come on, go back to my screen. There you go.
Let's see. Hold on. Let me try to turn this down just a little bit.
Oh, there it is.
Can you hear me now?
I might have it here.
No. 1, 2, test. Oh,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, look at
All
this.
right.
Now
All
we're
right.
talking. Oh, nice to hear you.
All right.
Sorry about that, guys. So, now the Giants, and what was your question?
So what are the biggest weaknesses on their roster, and what can they do to improve that weakness?
Well, in my opinion, the biggest weakness on their roster are also what could be their two biggest strengths. And you can't fix Scatterfood. He's just a little off.
Yeah.
And Jackson Dart, he's starting to remind me of Tula.
Yeah, like I said if he can run to protect himself, then he's good. But he can't. He has to stop taking the hits.
And he does head forward.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you can fix it or not. I thought he would adjust and start to go down, but he's already had a problem, and we ain't even through preseason yet.
Yeah. And
But that defense over there, there's no defense in this division as real as they are.
mhm,
Us and them, I mean, their pass rush with Arvell Reese and that squad, it's also going to be extremely interesting to see how they use Arvell Reese
mhm,
because we all know just a few weeks before they brought in a guy for his position and paid him big money. So it's going to be interesting to see where they go with him and how they use his skill set because he is a monster.
That then, like I said, although Reese improved every year in college, like he steadily improved.
Uh, I don't know if you know, but your light's really dim.
Oh, sorry, let me turn my. Sorry. All right, there we go.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're going to be a fun team to watch. I'm not sure how much in the mix they are this year, but I'm pretty sure they're going to blow into the mix big time by next year.
Yep.
I guess
So
it kind of depends on that coach. You know, he's a little different. So how quick can he get them together?
yep. And
So,
second question is, what is their biggest strength on offense and defense?
ooh, offense is no doubt Malik Neighbors. That is a beast of a player. Probably one of the best, if not the best, wide receivers when healthy there
Hmm.
is in the league. On defense, that's a loaded question because man, they got a lot on defense.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm gonna go with their new addition, Arvell Reese, because I think he'll take a year to get really on path, and then he's gonna be keeping offensive coordinators awake at night through the whole week.
Yep. Yep.
So
Yep.
I do, but man, if I really was picking not a person, I would just pick that pass rush, that front line.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
a
Yep.
monster.
Hmm. And
I think
I even mentioned something about their pass defense. It wasn't bad. I just think they needed a pass rush to help them.
And when you look at what they have on the line now,
Yeah.
oh, they coming. I don't know
It,
how much they're gonna accomplish throughout the rest of their defense or on their offense, but that front, oh, they coming for you.
yeah. Yes. Yes.
So I actually can't wait for the year to get started to see what all we have everywhere. Because I don't hold Dallas as high as everyone else. I don't hold the Eagles as high as everyone else.
Yeah. Yeah.
In my opinion, I see us first, then Dallas, then the Eagles, and then the Giants. But you know how much it would make my soul feel great if the Eagles ended up at the bottom.
Dude, that would be man.
It
That would
even
be
made me feel even better if the Giants were number two.
hey, look, hey. I got look, we have no hate towards Giants fans, all right?
I don't like the Giants much, but I feel sorry for them because we know where they are because we've been there for 30 years. So
Yep.
if I'm going to pick somebody in our division to be right behind us, I'm going to say give them their fans the experience because they deserve it
Yep. And my third one is, will they improve from last year overall?
tremendously. And with a caveat of can you get that quarterback just to go down foot first? Can you get
Hmm.
him to slide? Malik Neighbors is healthy. Like they got a little bit of weapons on offense. They got a crash test dummy on at running back. So they've got weapons. He just needs to realize you don't have to do it.
Yeah.
Let
Yeah.
other people do it. I mean, look, they went and got a tight end for this kid. Used him. So I think the overall, what did they win last year? Four.
I think so. Yeah, because we went 5-12, they went 4-13.
I think they're headed towards a 7 to 8 win season. I think substantial gain, and you'll see the effect of Malik Neighbors coming back, of having a new coach, and uh, very interested to see what their defensive scheme will actually show with the weapons they have.
Yep. Yep.
So I'm excited. Like every day I'm just like bulling, or I can't wait for game one. Like, give me the Eagles now.
Yep. So
uh, and we get to watch Dallas and the Giants go at it first game of the year. That
yeah,
we get to
Wednesday
watch
night.
our team take on the Eagles and the Giants take. We get to know where everyone in our division stands the first week. That's amazing.
Yep. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So
So
I did this question kind of leads into number three, but it's kind of so.
okay,
Are they going to be led better under Harbaugh?
couldn't be led worse. I mean, we're talking about a head coach that couldn't even get the offensive line straight. I don't care how long you kept it. I don't care if you fired Bobby Johnson. I don't care who you let go and blamed it on. You were
Mhm.
still ass. Like, oh, sorry. You were still trash. Like, you were not good, even though you tried blaming everyone else on the roster. The problem kept coming back no matter how many times you released the spot. So, yeah, it's going to be much better led. Like, that head coach may have gotten stuck on stupid in uh, Baltimore, but this is a whole new system. He's got more weapons. When we saw Lamar come in, dude, it took him a long time to give him the proper amount of weapons.
Yeah.
We saw him get hurt. We saw him go through a lot of what Jaden Daniels has went through. So um, he came over here, and that's not their issue. They have weapons all the way around, so he's already stacked. So maybe he'll work better with this GM. I think it'll look a lot better.
Yep. Yep. And well, I know we
So what
mentioned
do you
him
think?
earlier, but
So what are
it,
you thinking about? What's your two strongest positions on the defense and the offensive side?
well, to me, I also think it's their running game.
They're what?
Their running game, because they were actually ranked top five in the league last year.
Totally agree. And it's
Mhm.
keeping him healthy because he does really dumb stuff like coming off a messed up leg and then cutting a flip. He's not the sharpest tool in the shed. You kind of got to wrap him in bubble wrap unless he's just playing. But he is a downhill tank, that's for sure.
Mhm. Yep.
So
And
what do you think their strength will be? What will carry them to a 7 or 8 game win? Will it be the strength of their offense, or will it be off the strength of their defense?
I think it's gonna be the off the strength of their defense.
I totally agree with that. Like, as much as Malik Neighbors is a dog, I don't think his quarterback is quite ready yet.
Not
But
yet. Not yet.
that defense on paper, it's like our defense. It's a monster.
Hmm.
So
I literally made that comparison earlier. I said their defense won't be predicated on coverage. Their defense will be predicated on getting pressure on the quarterback and forcing turnovers.
uh, and as content creators, we really know a little bit of nothing because as we're looking at our team that we cover every day and we know pretty much everything, we're seeing that Durante Jones has a legitimate reason why he wants what's his name in our he's playing him. He'll be playing him at safety. He'll be playing him at
Sonny
linebacker.
Styles.
Huh? No, no, no,
Sonny
no, no.
Styles.
The other one. The other one with the perfect 10 that
Oh,
runs a
Tyler
four.
Owens.
Tyler Owen runs a 4-3, low 4-3. Actually, it's more like a high 4-2. So as we cover our team on a daily basis, we're just realizing what Durante Jones's lane is like. I never saw Owens being such a key part of this system, and apparently he's going to be a big part because if you look at the Vikings, you see where he wants him. So if
Hmm.
we, as content creators, aren't even really grasping what defense our team's going to lay out yet. It's going to be fun to see what the Giants do because we really
Oh yeah.
don't. I mean, we don't even know what they have in mind for Orville Reese. And that's like, to me, I think about it all the time. I can't wait to see.
Yeah, it- it's
It's going to be
gonna,
a fun.
it's gonna,
It's going to be
it's
a fun.
gonna be fun. They're gonna be competitive, and I think a lot of these games they're gonna upset some teams. Like,
Absolutely. And anytime the NFC beast is back, we're all doing good. It means
hmm
we're all where we belong because this division belongs controlling the NFL. It's
yep,
when the NFL was at its best, and the NFC should be the big bad wolf on the block every year. It just makes the NFL better.
hmm So my fifth one: can Jackson Dart be their franchise quarterback if he can stay healthy?
He's got the legs. We see the arm and the decision making at times. Yeah, I think he's a legitimate quarterback if he can just learn to protect himself, stay a little bit more in the pocket, deliver the ball to your weapons, and more importantly, go down foot first. Don't be RG3.
Please,
You're not playing football. You're playing crash test dummy. Quit that.
exactly,
You don't
exactly,
need a 300-pound man hitting you in the head. Be smarter than that.
exactly. And
But
my
I absolutely do believe that he has the skill set to be that guy, especially for them. They've
yep.
never had a quarterback that was JD5. They've never had a quarterback that was Josh Allen. They
hmm
had their I mean, think about it. They got the Manning that wasn't that good, but they won Super Bowls with him.
hmm
And
Yep.
what I'm watching, Jackson Dart's better than Eli Manning.
hmm
It's just a
Yeah.
matter of whether he can stay healthy.
Yep. And my last question. So this is offense and defense related as well. So what rookie will make the biggest impact for the Giants in 2026?
Oh, Orville Reese, by far. Like, it ain't even a question. He is going to wreck this league. He is going to be like his cohorts, Sonny Styles and Caleb Downs. These guys are going to bring the NFC East beast back. We will be on top of this league again, and you can directly connect it to this draft.
What about offensively?
Oh, interesting. I can't think of his name. The receiver they brought in,
Malachi Fields.
Malachi Fields. That is gonna set. Um, I've done said his name 40 times since I've been on here.
Malik Neighbors.
Neighbors is gonna set Neighbors off, and while they're trying to cover one of the best receivers in the league, Malachi Fields is going to benefit from that. So,
I have him down as well, so we agree.
yeah, I see him similar to Stephon Diggs, except for Stephon Diggs has got the proven uh, record. You know, he's coming in to put up work.
hmm
But I also see Malachi Fields with. I've said it a few times. Definitely one of the top flight. He's up there with Jamar Chase. He's up there with JJ. When he's healthy, you gotta dress him double. If you put any single corner on him, he's gonna get burned over and over again.
Yep.
And when you do that, Malachi Fields comes open. And I like the kid coming out of college, so I was okay with us taking him. So
Yeah.
I think he'll be a good really good addition for
And anything else? Because that was our last question, actually.
them. No, no. Uh, do you think we'll see this squad on the field? For that case, NFC East question. Out of our four teams, how many of these squads will present their starters for at least a couple series in the preseason?
Well, I don't know if the Eagles will because they haven't played Hurts in preseason in a long time. So I think the Giants will again because they played them in Week 1. I think they'll play again. I think we might play our starters for 2 series.
I
Um,
personally think we are because we were in shells today.
yeah.
So, like Dan said, this was our ramp up week to get your bodies ready for the beating of so many snaps and so many hits and long year. And we see them come out the first day in shells. To me, that's a sign that our starters are going to play a couple series.
Hmm.
So, just a guess, but you know. And as far as Dallas, we got to see them play them a couple.
I, I think so, but I think Dak needs to play. I think he
I'm
does.
going to be extremely disappointed if I don't get to see Dallas's starters play a couple series
Yeah.
because I've heard all this hype about their well, look what they did to the Rams in a scrimmage. Oh, I want to see what they're presenting.
Mhm. We
So
have to be able to see what we need to go. We got to see it like every because I like we said Dallas's offense is always going to be top 5. There's no
oh
doubt
yeah,
about that.
oh yeah.
But can Dak Prescott come through when it matters?
He's
Can the
never
is the
has.
defense going to improve?
He's
That
never
those are the
has.
two questions.
He never has. I mean, he he's had these teams before several times. Um, Brian, look at the teams with Ezekiel Elliott. We're talking about a top 3 offense
Mhm.
and a top 10 defense, and they went home just as quick as they did with less of a team. So just because you're presenting a team, see this is where the Giants differ because the Giants can present a team and they've done it.
Mhm.
You're like, yeah, they're screwed this year. They're not very good. And then they run and win the Super Bowl. Dallas has never had that moment. Dallas has never been able to do it. When they've won Super Bowls, they were obviously the best team in the league. Like, and when you give in Dak the best teams in the league, he still goes home and sits on the couch with us to watch the Super Bowl. So I personally think we're a dead heat in this division. And I
Mhm.
think the Giants could become more than what everyone's thinking they are
Like,
and sneak into this conversation for number 3 and number 2.
yeah, and people don't realize John Harbaugh. I s- to him well in my lifetime, he's always been a very good head coach. I know he's probably been great if you've watched him for many years, but in my lifetime, he's been very good,
Oh
and
yeah,
he's a leader of men, just like Dan Quinn.
yeah. I I believe the John Harbaugh edition is a game changer for them. If we had got him, I'd have been mad. Not the kind of coach I want.
Yeah.
I want David Blau. But for the Giants, it's just like if we had Jalen Hurts, I'd be mad.
Yeah.
I don't care if he's the winner. He's not the quarterback I would want. But for what they do, he fits like a glove.
Hmm.
Same thing with all our squad. So you don't know where we're going, and there's a lot of if ands and it could be. You're looking at the Eagles; they're having huge problems on offense. You're looking at Dallas. They have issues on left tackle. They have issues on defense, whether people like it or not. They were at the bottom of the field last year. They brought in the same amount of new players as we did. They have a brand new defensive coach that's never done it. More importantly, our defensive coach actually has experience.
Yeah, and
Exactly.
because he was a defensive coordinator at LSU, but he hasn't done it at the NFL level. But he knows the game more recently than others.
He also controlled uh, scrimmages and he
Hmm.
controlled practices. So whether he may not have done it active in the game in the NFL, he's
Yeah.
been adjusting these defenses for years.
Hmm.
So while everyone glances over everything that's bad over in Dallas and in Philly, and they tear down Washington Commanders and the Giants, I just want to call a little bit bull.
Hmm.
I just want
Yeah.
to see it on the
Yeah.
field. Let's see it proven from everybody.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think the Giants are going to be much better than everyone thinks they're going to be. They're
Yeah.
not going to be a joke this year. They're going to
Nope.
be a team that even if you're 12-5 and you have to play, or 12-4 and you have to play them the last game of the year, you're going to
They
be
can
worried.
they can get you, bro. Like,
You're going to be worried going into that game.
yep.
So they're going to be scrappy. They're going to
Hmm.
look, they were scrappy last year with a 4-win
Yeah.
season. They're going to be much scrappier this year.
Hmm. And
So
I say,
I believe we're looking at a great year in the NFC East.
no, you
And
can't. Oops, sorry.
more importantly, if you're trying to bring the NFC beast back, we need the bottom dwellers to come on up. And at this point, that's the Giants, and I think they're headed to us. I don't
Hmm.
think it's going to be a problem no more.
Exactly. Yep. And while some teams may be overlooking the Giants, we're looking at them like, hey, they actually look pretty decent this year. So like, I don't have hate to them. Just they are going to be a scrappy team that's gonna sneak teams this year.
We've been there.
Yep.
And it look, the Eagles in Dallas have always got a pass even when they suck from the media and everyone else. Just like Dallas. Dallas has only won 7 games in the last 2 years. That's it. And they didn't do enough at a defensive coordinator, or enough, in my opinion, on defense to go with this hype that's out here. And it's the same thing for the Eagles. So if I'm going to root for anyone that isn't Washington in this division, it's going to be the Giants, because they get, well, they're the other Roger Dangerfield of this division. They get no respect.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if I wanted to pick a team to be right behind us, that would be the Giants. And then I watch Dallas and the Eagles be down there in the basement where they actually belong.
Yep. Yep.
So I'm extremely excited to see the Giants on the field, even the Eagles and Dallas, as much as I don't like them.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I just want the NFC beast back. So any game we go into, no matter who we are, Giants, Dallas, Eagles, or Washington, whoever that team is, isn't looking at us as a mark on the wins column before we even get to them.
Hmm.
So, and I see that through the whole division, and it makes me extremely happy.
Yep. Glad to have a good division back. It's gonna be exciting. I can't wait, man.
Yeah, dude, we just got a few more days before we get to see the second preseason. I do believe we'll see our starters, a couple reps, and I can't wait because they haven't let us see much in training camp or OTAs, and the little bit that I can dig up just excites me. Watching these defenses and the way it lines up and drops and brings new ones forward, I can't wait to see what Durante Jones can do. And David Blau, And it's the same thing on the other side with the Giants. They're working with a whole new coach, a whole new system, new players.
Hmm.
It's the same thing, dude. These are two of the most exciting teams in the division because you have zero knowledge of what they're about to present. And I love it. I love it.
Yeah. 'Cause, like,
So,
I think I think that actually wraps it up for today.
all
Unless you
right.
want to go live on your channel and then.
I am probably going to go live. Uh, I hadn't went. I've been going live. I haven't went live with you in a couple weeks on my channel.
Yeah, it's been a
Uh,
while. So
huh?
I think I can actually fit Mondays in. So
You can fit
we can
Mondays
do
in.
that. Yeah.
All right. Well, um, we get good views and good reports when we work together. So, and I have our Dallas content creator. He did a great job when I had him on. He's very knowledgeable of his team. Um, really nice guy. His name's Sean uh, Usher with Usher Elliott Productions.
Oh, so he
Really,
already does a podcast and stuff.
he's a Dallas Cowboy content creator.
Okay.
You'll see him on TikTok. He wears all his Dallas gear, but he's covering each and every team. Really nice guy. We had a great show. You're gonna enjoy him a lot. I'm working on finding two more Eagles and the Giants, so we can start our roundtable because I can't wait to see people that dig into their teams the way we do ours and
Hmm.
exactly what they think.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I'm working on it hard over here. I'm trying.
yes, sir. Well, all right. I think that'll do it for me for tonight. And
All
I'll
right.
see you on your channel. And as always, guys, see y'all in the next episode of Small Talk.
On the gridiron.
And